Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by again today. Truly grateful. So many channels you could be watching. You're watching mine. Monk mode and the benefits of abstinence in the Philippines. You know, Napoleon Hill said that sex desire is the most powerful of all human desires. And he said that it's so strong and impelling that people freely risk life and reputation to have it. And if that is true, then is it even possible for a man to refrain from sexual activity in the Philippines for any considerable period of time? Look at them beautiful mountains, man. I love it here. It's one thing I can never get tired of. I tell Merlin that all the time. I can come past here 10 times, and 10 times out of 10 times, I'm going to love that view. It's a beautiful place. Is it even reasonable to think that a man would even go without sexual desire in a place like the Philippines, where there's so many beautiful young women who are ready, willing, and able to satisfy that need for him? I'm often asked that question. You know, based on my boots on the ground experience, I'm not one who's ever practiced monk mode over here, but there's guys who do, and so I want to talk about it because their experience coupled with excuse me, my inability to practice it may help some people over here. Now, one thing that my research has found is that practicing monk mode over here means that there's no unwanted pregnancies here. I've got 3 children. I've had 3 children over here in the Philippines by 3 different women. I'm not proud of that. But if you practice monk mode, you don't have to worry about that. Because see, my live stream tomorrow is going to be on child support. As foreigners, can we be court ordered to pay child support in the Philippines, even if we live somewhere else? And you're going to be shocked. But there's one thing you won't have to worry about. And when I'm talking about monk mode, I'm not talking about men who've had monk mode thrust upon them because of some medical condition or anything like that. I'm talking about men who are still strong, who still have that craving for sexual activity with a woman. This is who I'm talking about. But it's one thing you don't have to worry about, guys. Because a lot of the women we deal with are fertile, and just touching them, man, they'll become pregnant. But something else is you have a sharper focus. Because I'm going to tell you, I talked about the craving of sex. It's so intense that it'll take all your attention until you fulfill it. And you're going to need a laser focus when you first get over here to the Philippines to get settled. And you're not going to need anything to get in the way of that, at least until you get your feet up underneath you. Your physical health, your financial health, your mental health, at least your short-term goals. Once they're accomplished, then you can start talking about rolling in the hay and everything that comes along with that. But you're going to need your focus. What are you going to do with the rest of your life over here? What are your plans for life in the Philippines? And I'm not talking about these weekend warriors and these guys that come over here for 2 weeks or even a month. I'm talking about expats. I'm talking about people who have decided to make the Philippines their home. You're going to need that focus. Remember, I talked about how hard it's going to be when you first get over here with a woman on your back. Try it. I thought I was trying to be funny, but I'm being serious. Put that woman on your back and walk around and do all the things that you normally have to do over here. And you're going to see that it's not a joke. Another thing you're not going to have to worry about practicing monk mode over here, if you're able to do it, is STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. You won't have that to worry about because there's a lot over here. AIDS is an epidemic in the Philippines. One of the fastest growing in all of Asia. But you don't have to worry about that practicing monk mode. It's just something that you can sleep well at night because a lot of the sex over here, man, they're not using any protection. They don't want you to do it. They don't expect you to do it. But yeah, that's something you won't have to worry about. You know, I'd hate to do everything right. Hey, man, buntag. I'd hate for you to come over here doing everything right and then lay down with the wrong woman and end up catching something you can't get rid of. Wouldn't that be pitiful, man? Wouldn't that be a bad way to have to leave the Philippines? There's a lot of reasons people go back home, but I'd be embarrassed to tell everybody, hey man, I thought you was gonna make a life for yourself over there in the Philippines. What are you doing back so soon? Well, I got AIDS. Or I've got herpes, simplex 2. I don't have money. Let's see. Here. There you go. That's all I got. You're welcome. Yeah, that would be a shame to have to go back home because of something you've caught over here. But you won't have to worry about that. You know, one of the best things about monk mode is you'll get to know that woman a whole lot better. Because I didn't say it. Don't get mad at me for saying it, but a lot of women over here, they think that, well, they know that sex is all that they're bringing to the table. Okay? And they think that that's all you want. And you're not going to be able to find out what else she has to offer if that's all you're focused on. Go a month without it. You're going to see and learn things about her. Hey! That could never be possible jumping into bed on the first night. Because that's what I did. I'm so eager to have sex, man, that I can't think of anything else and it clouds my thinking. You know, I hope that my experience can help somebody. I don't have any regrets over here. The only regret I ever had in the Philippines, but I wish I would have been able to stay single longer. I wish I would have been able to practice monk mode. Because there's some benefits to it over here, especially over here, man. You know, you're going to take the power away from that lady. Because if you think that they don't play the same type of games over here than they do in your country, I'm talking about women when it comes to sex, you're fooling yourself. Every woman plays those games around the world. I mean, once she comes to the age of understanding, when she knows what the power of sex and what she has between her legs, they play those games. And we make the mistake of thinking, oh, well, let them play the games. It's going to cost me less over here than it does in my country. No, you're wrong about that. Filipinas, they play the long game. And in the long run, it's going to cost you a whole lot more than it will in your home country. Imagine just in the last couple of years, I've spent about 2 million pesos, man. It costs me more over here than it ever would cost me in America. I'm just being honest with you. Monk mode would save you a lot of money, especially until you're able to get your feet up underneath you, and until you're able to accomplish those basic goals over here. Get you a place, get your transportation, find out where you're going to live, get your bank account and your finances situated. How am I going to get my money over here? You know, when all that stuff is done, then you may be able to start focusing on a woman. But if you come over and you do what I did, you're going to find yourself behind the 8 ball, man. A lot of my money that I earn over here, that I earn from here rather, it goes to my kids. It goes to my kids in America. I'm not court ordered to pay child support, but I know that it's expensive over there. And so about 25% of my money goes to my kids. Imagine if I would have practiced monk mode. That's a lot of money I could be using to travel and everything like that. But I believe Napoleon Hill when he says that sex desire is the most powerful of all human desires. He says it's so strong and impelling that people freely risk life. He said. He said this in 1929. And reputation to indulge in it. It's true to this day, guys. If you can practice monk mode over here, man, you're gonna be the king. Man, I'm gonna tell you over here. You're really gonna live a life you never knew existed. But if you're not able to practice it, man, you're gonna be down here with the rest of us, man. Weaklings, really. Susceptible to the whims of women who have no business having control over us. So yeah, are there benefits to monk mode? Yeah, but is it possible, guys? Is it possible for a man who's still sexually active, who's still strong down there, who still has that craving, is it possible to do it for any considerable period of time? Yes and no. We can do anything when we have to. Is it reasonable to think that a man's going to practice monk mode over here? No. I'm just being honest with you. So if you're in America, it's late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. If you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, while you're on your lunch break, you see somebody out in the street, wherever you see them, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, I guess about 9 a.m. on a beautiful Monday morning, still a holiday here. So if you're going to travel here in the Philippines, today would be a good day to do it. Always travel on the holiday, not the day before, not the day after. And you're going to see that you're going to have a whole lot less trouble. Not a day goes by that I don't help somebody over here. I don't know who I'm going to help, but I'm going to help somebody today. I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know when. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. Happy Easter over there to the people who celebrate Easter.